Well, today I'd like to work with you on doing some healing on the outer self. And this kind of healing is part of the manifestation of our being creator beings. That is to say, that whatever is in our outer self is something that we ourselves have created. And if we've created it, then we also have the power to uncreate it. Or you could say we have the power to create the outer self and the quality of our life that we would like to have for ourselves. So we're going to use our power as creator beings to help to reshape ourselves and reshape our life. And so this is an important piece of work, I think, very, very basic. And so let's start off by setting space. And then I'm going to ask you to think about some aspect of your life, something of your outer self that has held you in limitation, something that holds you back. Maybe it's a belief that you have about yourself. Maybe it's something that other people have told you that you hold on to in spite of the fact that it's not a healthy belief for you. Maybe it's something you've received from your parents. Whatever it is, something about yourself that you believe holds you back and needs to be transformed. And so we're going to ask that you bring that to mind, and then we're going to ask for whatever energy is most appropriate for dissolving that. And then, most importantly, we're going to focus on what it is that you might be if that limitation weren't holding you back, to think about the state that you want to move in. And then as creator beings, we help to create that state. And that's no different from anything else we're doing in our lives. We're creating who we are and what we are all the time. So let's turn around and let's do it consciously. If you recognize that you're a creator being and you can recognize that you've created the life that you're living, then it's in your power to create the life that you want for yourself. Okay? So, first step is going to be to set space. And right now what I'm going to do is ask for an entire sphere of oneness to be placed around and through me. I ask for an entire sphere of oneness around me and through me. An entire sphere of oneness around me and through me. And I hope that you've done that around yourself, or you've set space in whatever way is most appropriate for you. I want to ask in also now the help of some guides and helping spirits who can assist us in this. So I now ask for the presence of my guides and helping spirits of 100% light and love, 100% light and love, to come into this space of the sphere of oneness. Help me in the work that's about to unfold. So, okay, now to think about some aspect of your life that's held back in limitation, some blockage, some obsession, something in your life that is providing frustration for you, keeping you from being everything you want to be. Visualize yourself as you are affected by that limitation. Really focus on the limitation or all the feelings associated with it, everything that you associate with it. And just sort of imagine an image of yourself floating in space in front of you. An image of yourself as you are constrained and held back by that limitation. And when you're ready, put your hands around that image. And as a creator being, ask now that the energy run between your hands that's most appropriate for dissolving that limitation. Whatever it is that you need. I need a fly swatter. The energy of whatever it is that you need to release that limitation from yourself. Visualize that that energy is passing through you. And maybe you feel that that energy is beginning to surround you and penetrate your light body, working its way into you to help release the foundation of whatever it is that's that limitation. Because when you stand outside yourself, looking at yourself in this way, then you're standing outside of the bubble that holds that limitation in place, that limited reality in which this limitation makes sense, which all the explanations for that limitation make sense. Everything that holds it together and makes it believable, all of that is all contained within a bubble, all contained in a bubble, and you're outside of that bubble looking at it, looking at this as a limitation. And if you're outside looking at it as a limitation, then you're in a position to transform this. So now think again and think about yourself unaffected by this limitation. Think about yourself in strength and well-being and wholeness and health, and visualize that in front of you. Visualize yourself as the person you want to be transformed to be. And hold that vision as your intent, that all of your energy should transform to be in alignment with that image. You're holding an image of how the energy should move, how it should transform. It should change into that image of yourself. And now from your hands run whatever energy is needed in order for you to be transformed into alignment with that image of yourself in health and well-being, and not held back by this limitation. Give yourself whatever it is that you need. Whatever it is that you need. And what you're doing in part by this is you're creating a new bubble, a new reality around yourself. A bubble of the reality in which you don't have this limitation. It is seen as what it always was, as a misperception, as an untruth, as something that was only conceivable in a very limited way, and then in a broader truth, the broader truth of who you are as a spiritual being, that limitation makes no sense and cannot be sustained. Run that energy through yourself. Run it through yourself. And you can't force yourself to evolve to that image. What you need to do is to let the energy move in its own way naturally. Let it transform to bring you into harmony with that image. That's your power as a creator being. To shift energy into alignment with what you hold in your vision. Hold that and sustain it till you can feel the shift happening within yourself. You can feel the shift, that the limited reality of that limitation begins to dissolve away and is replaced by another reality which sustains your health and well-being. And when you're finally ready and it feels complete, relax your hands and give thanks to the guides and healing spirits who've assisted with this work. And feel in the space of your body and the space around your body for what the shift feels like, what it feels like to let go of that limitation and to emerge into being the person that you envisioned in health and well-being with light and love.